Hello everybody. Look, here I am again talking about the sphere. And then I was the guy not long ago that was like, I don't know, man, that sounds pretty whack to me. I don't even think they'll bring CK5. I don't know about all that spear stuff. And now I'm all about it. I'm about it. So we got many people have floated out the fact that they could play Gamehenge on they've promised us 4 unique nights. And they've also said they thought it was a little curious, and maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe there's no need for that. Maybe it was just a little added marketing, but it said the only shows at the Sphere in 2024. Like I said, maybe that's just to be like, hey, man, like, buy your tickets now. Maybe it's just that simple. Buy these tickets for these dates because that's the only shows they're doing. They're not like a Vegas performing act or something now. And they're not coming back for Halloween. Well, or is it implying that we're going to be back in 25 and we're going to be back in 26 and we're coming back in 27? We're doing Halloween in 28. I don't know. I don't know about all that, but that was the first thing that like jumped into my mind. It implied that the only shows we'll be doing in 24, meaning other years, it's on the table. That's just what I gathered from it. Perhaps I'm reading too much into that. Now let's get to some other things. The Phish 3D movie. Remember that? I do remember it. And I don't remember walking out of there just being completely blown away, being like, "Oh, I want to immediately see that again." Others that were there, same feeling. We enjoyed it. All these years later, I remember it. If I had the opportunity to go see it this afternoon instead of watch the Browns, I probably would. So, if that was kind of cool and memorable, I feel like this is just going to kick it up a notch. And then, so let's get to, never mind all that, let's get to the main event, which people have been speculating already immediately in my comment section and elsewhere. One of these 4 unique nights is going to be a Gamehendge set. And I've always kind of been nay on the Gamehendge sets. I mean, the reality is they've had so many shows and so many opportunities to do it, and they have not. So that's just one thing staring us right in the face, the possum in the room, if you will. And then I believe I see this the other thing. I can't remember if this was like 8 or 9 years ago, or if this was like 19 or 20 years ago. But Trace said that, and he wasn't blaming the crowd. He wasn't angry about it, but the crowds had gotten much larger. They were louder. They were kind of rowdy, throwing things. And it just really wasn't the setting to do the Gamehendge set where the narration was part of it. You needed people to be quiet. Although people have kind of proven they can be quiet when they need to be for a what's the use and whatnot. Well, anyhow, it never happened. So that's what Trey said. I believed him, and then he stuck to it because they never did it. I mean, how many opportunities? There was the time in Vegas they were doing wacky stuff with numbers and animals. They've played small-ish venues here in these last 14 years of touring and even before. I don't know. Festivals, I don't know. They've had opportunities. Just Hartford, Connecticut, just because. Why not? They could do it anytime they wanted, really. And it's never happened, but this is a possibility. So let's just say one of these 4 unique nights is going to be that. What would that entail? I think CK5, we got a little bit of a taste of what he can do just simply with the current system with the in Chicago, kind of where he made the Bulls thing. And I think people thought that was really cool. Maybe he could take that to the next level, incorporate that. Not that it would be the entire show. The narration, I don't know if it would have to be done live on stage. Could it be pre recorded? Would that be a little odd? They did that for the Chilling Thrilling the first time. It was all pre recorded from Oprah, I believe, or maybe not. Maybe she was there. I don't even actually. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe the Oprah sounding lady was there. Maybe not. Maybe that was pre-recorded. I don't know. They certainly didn't bring her on the road with them. Now, so where was I with this Gamehendge thing? See, I'm still back and forth. Oh yeah, they can do many things. Even just like what CK5 did there was just a modern, souped up version of like the old '90s laser light shows that sometimes would project images. Looked a little cooler, had a little meaner look to it, larger. But yeah, I went to a planetarium and saw laser light shows, and that was cool and memorable. I don't see, again, I don't see why this wouldn't just be, kicking it up a few notches, major. Maybe it's too much. I don't know. I know some people, I don't know, I've heard both on the standing thing, like, you can, but it's not, I don't know. Well, who knows? Whatever. We'll find out. I mean, maybe, hey, heaven forbid you enjoy a Phish show where you're not standing and dancing around like a monkey the whole time. It might be all right. You might enjoy yourselves. I know every now and then I like to pop a squat when I get a chance during a show, song here or there. You know, when you got to get rowdy, it's appropriate. But even one of my, some of the best times is just kicked back on the couch watching Slave to the Traffic Light, seated. All right, never mind all that. So, anyways, then you can get normal CK5 stuff, but just like on a much larger scale. You can get, unfortunately, AI animation. Maybe if the band doesn't want to go that route, although there's signs that there's people associated with the band that are into that sort of thing. All right, it's Tom Marshall on Twitter. All right, maybe again I'm reading too much into things, but it's like, oh no. Does he know about some things at the Sphere? They've been doing some like AI animation, and now he's playing around on his phone. I sure hope not. I don't even know what I'm not. This is not a conversation for AI and whatnot, but I would rather they hire. I mean, but then I don't know. Are they in the business of losing money? Maybe for these 4 shows, they're like, hey, man, we just want to put on something crazy. They hire a great animator. Doesn't matter the cost. Maybe they just go all out. I don't know. We'll see where they stand if we get some. Because sometimes the AI animation does look cool, I'll say. Um, but I would be slightly disappointed. You know what I mean? What do the lizard people look like? What does Iculus look like? He looks like David Byrne. All right, guys. Boom. We're out of here. We're out of here. All right. Got to get back. Speaking of getting back to the reality of things, got plumbing issues. Boy, oh boy. Boom. That's what the toilet said.